Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Jamie and I'm so happy that you decided to click on today's video and hang out with me for a little bit. I just wanted to start off by saying a huge thank you to everyone who watched my first video that was uploaded about a week ago. I am so in disbelief of how much love that video has gotten, and we are almost at 1,000 views, which is just mind-boggling to me, and I have surpassed 100 subscribers. So thank you so much if you decided to subscribe after watching that video. And if you're not subscribed and you want to subscribe, the button is down below. So definitely go check that out if you're interested, because I would love to have you. But I'm just so excited to have you guys here, and that you guys were just very welcoming to me into the booktube community, so thank you. In that same vein, kind of, today's video is a really exciting one. It's going to be the Newbie Booktuber tag. So it is exactly what it sounds like. It's just kind of like a get to know your booktuber type of video. I love tag videos. A little bit about me, I used to have a makeup YouTube channel that I haven't uploaded on in over a year, and tag videos are very big in the beauty space. So when I saw this tag video on the booktube side of YouTube, I was so excited to do it, especially since I am new here, and I just thought it would be a fun way for you guys to kind of get to know me, get to know who you're watching. So without further ado, there are 11 questions, so we're just going to hop into those, and yeah, so excited. Let's get into it. So I have the questions here on my phone. I just screenshotted them from another YouTuber's video, so I'm going to kind of be referencing my phone. I haven't read through the questions super in depth, so these are just kind of going to be my off the cuff kind of answers here. I'm putting myself on the spot. Yeah, why am I anxious? This is so low stakes, Jamie. It's really fine. So why can't I breathe? So question number one is, why did you start this booktube channel? And like I said, I did have a makeup YouTube channel that I had for quite some time. I think I started that in 2015 and I stopped uploading last year. So that's, I don't know, do the math, I don't know, 6 years maybe? And my passions in life have just kind of shifted. So I still love makeup. I wear a full face of makeup all the time. But my newfound passion and number one hobby and love in life is reading. I have just become such a bookworm. Why did I say it like that? That's really lame. But I just feel I just wanted a place where I could kind of just geek out over this newfound love of mine. And I don't have too many people in my life who read, let alone read the books that I read, or the kind of genres that I like. So I just thought it would be really cool to have a little community over here where we could just kind of geek out over our favorite things, aka books. And yeah, that's just kind of what drove me to make this channel. And I love creating content. I loved making videos on my beauty YouTube channel, but it became one of those things where I just wasn't really feeling super in love with it anymore. So to have this newfound channel and this newfound passion, I just feel very excited and this newfound re-energized kind of love. So I'm really excited. How many times can I say I'm really excited? Did you know? I'm so excited. Oh, good. What are some fun and unique things that you can bring to booktube? What are some fun and unique things I can bring to booktube? Why do I feel like this is a job interview and I have to explain my strengths to you right now? I feel everyone brings something different to the table when it comes to booktube. I feel reading is so subjective, so it's going to be kind of fun to find my niche. Something that I really, really love doing is thrifting books. I love going to my local thrift store and they have a amazing book section. The books that people donate, I'm just are you good? Because this is a freaking steal. Maybe I'll do a video about that. Maybe I'll do a video about all the books that I've thrifted, because honestly, I'm constantly in shock when I go to that thrift store. I have found some amazing finds. So I feel that is something that I can definitely bring to the space, which I personally, I mean, I'm sure that there is content out there, but I personally don't watch many booktubers who most of their books are thrifted, and honestly, most of my shelf is thrifted. So, I mean, that's not saying much. I don't have that many books. I really don't. I need to get on that, buy some more, you know? But yeah, I feel like that's something that I can bring to the space. So that's my answer and I'm sticking to it. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I feel like I already just said this. I'm just really excited to have a space where I can just kind of like geek out over this hobby. I am so just in love with reading. I love reading. I love books. I love talking about books. I love finding new book recommendations, reviewing books, listening to book reviews. I just love it all. So that's really what I'm excited about, is everything. Why do you love reading? Oh my, why do I love reading? I mean, that is such a loaded question. I feel like reading has, and this is gonna sound so cheesy, but as someone who kind of has always felt like I didn't have a hobby, or like my hobbies were like not real hobbies, like I'm gonna go off on a tangent, but like I love gaming and like video games, but I love like cozy gaming. And I feel like when I would tell people that I love cozy gaming, they'd be like, okay, like freaking like little kid over here. But I feel like reading is like a hobby that people can like respect. Does that say more about me or more about them, that I care that much what people think of me? But I just feel like reading is just a hobby that it connects a lot of people, is how I should say. It connects a lot of people, brings people together. It's just one of those things that I just light up when I talk about books, and I just feel like reading has opened like a whole new like realm for me, a whole new world of possibilities for me. And another thing that I really enjoy about reading is just like thinking about how many authors there are, and like I just think it's so cool that there are so many authors who, and I'm specifically talking about fantasy authors right now, that created literally a whole new world that doesn't exist. I mean, it does exist, me and you, but in the real world it doesn't exist. And then I obsess over it, and I become so attached to these fictional characters and this fictional world that literally, again, does not exist, but I think about it all the time. I just find that like so fascinating, and yeah, I just feel like getting lost in the worlds is really therapeutic and something that I really enjoy. So what book or series got you into reading? Okay, so way back in the day, the books that got me into reading were Sarah Dessen. I actually have a Sarah Dessen book here. Back in the day, that was like my go-to author. Like I loved Sarah Dessen, and then I fell off of reading for a very long time. So that was like when I was like a teenager. I am now 32. So back in the day, I would say it was Sarah Dessen and probably Jodi Picoult. I loved Jodi Picoult books back in the day. I still like them, but I've definitely like my taste has evolved since then. I have a cat hair on me. What else is new? Then, so last year, or was it the year before? Last year, I feel like Colleen Hoover really got me into reading. I feel like Colleen Hoover is the author that kind of like revived my love of reading, because I loved reading, like I said, like when I was a teenager, and then for most of my adult life, I really haven't read. I've read like a book a year, if that. Like I would read like a book on my like yearly beach vacation that I would go on with my family, and that would be it. So I feel like Colleen Hoover really reignited my love for reading, and I kind of just like went off on a little Colleen Hoover binge. Me and my mom love Colleen Hoover books. I know that's like a very like highly debated topic on the book social media space, but I personally really enjoy Colleen Hoover. I think that they are fast, quick, easy reads that can really help get me out of a slump, and I just really enjoy them. I'm gonna say it. I'm a Colleen Hoover fan. But, and I feel like I'm just like, but then I read ACOTAR. ACOTAR has got me into my fantasy girl era, and that is where I am now, and that's where I will be residing for, you know, as long as I can, honestly. I love fantasy. I become such a fantasy girl. Like, I will still read like regular like fiction books or like romance books, whatever, but something about fantasy. So I feel like ACOTAR is what really started my love for fantasy, but Colleen Hoover is what started my adult reading journey, but then Sarah Dessen started my reading journey in general. So make of that up what you will. I don't know. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? What questions would I ask my favorite booktubers? I guess like from like a creator perspective, I would ask them like, what editing software do you use? Or like, how do you find so much time to read? Because honestly, like my favorite booktubers read like 15 plus books a month, and I just like I wish that was me. And maybe someday it will be me, but right now that's just not me, and that's okay. But I would just kind of ask them like, how do you make time for reading as much as you do? Because I would love some tips. I would love to be able to do that. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I mean, I guess just like coming up with content ideas and just making sure that I'm keeping this channel really fresh and exciting and something that, you know, videos that people want to click on will kind of be the hardest to overcome. And honestly, just pushing myself to read more, because I want to read like 7-8 books a month. Right now I've read 1 book in November. It's November 11th. So I need to like pick up my reading pace, but I guess just, yeah, the hardest to overcome will just kind of be like staying like, not staying active, but just staying like fresh and new and exciting and fun to watch. Yeah. When did I start reading? I feel like I already went over this, but started reading as a teenager, kind of fell off, started reading again like last year, and it's been a love affair ever since. Where do you read? I'm assuming you mean like, what format of books do I read? Because where I read, I mean my house, the car, the gym, work. I'll read anywhere, but I typically read physical books. I love holding a physical book, but I do have a Kindle. Actually, let me look at my Kindle because it's so cute. Wait, hold on. I want to show you because I decorated it with stickers and it's so freaking cute. So this is my Kindle. I love her. She's so cute. This sticker says, oh, it's gonna be too bright, but it says, I still read fairy tales. They're just spicier now. Then I have one that says, introverted but willing to discuss books. It's a good day to read a book. I read past my bedtime. And then I have little dragons, and it just reminds me of Tairn and Adarna, the dragons from Fourth Ring. I just love them. So I got this to tell you that I sometimes read on my Kindle. I do have Kindle Unlimited. I just started a book on Kindle Unlimited, which hopefully will be in my November wrap-up if I finish it. But mostly physical, but I'm trying to get more into Kindle because I do pay for the Kindle Unlimited, so I feel like I should really like be getting my money's worth. So it's all about balance. What kind of books do you like to read? Fantasy. I love fantasy. I love fantasy. Romantasy, epic fantasy. Well, do I like epic fantasy? In my mind I like epic fantasy, but have I read any epic fantasies? Probably not. I just love fantasy. Like worlds that are not real. Okay? Real world? No. Fantasy world. Sign me up. Yeah, love fantasy. But other than that, I also just like regular fiction books, like romance or thrillers. I do like thrillers. But yeah, really like my sweet spot is a fantasy romance. That is my ideal fantasy. And what does my book collection look like? I guess for this, I could kind of like take you off the tripod and show you my bookshelf, because this is it. So let's see. So this is the top shelf of my bookshelf. I have ACOTAR, and then I have some more fantasy books. Going down, this is more fantasy. Then I have a little shelf of like romance slash just like, I don't know, nonfiction books. Not nonfiction, wow, fiction books. Then we have some thrillers and like horror. And then all the way down here, we have just some like random hardbacks. So I think, are those all the questions? Yeah, those are all the questions. I feel like this was a bit chaotic, but you know what? That's me. So nice to meet you. I'm Jamie, and I'm a little bit all over the place, but that's okay. We are accepting over here. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go film some more videos now. I think I'm gonna film that thrifted book, like collected thrifted book haul, because I just love thrifting books, and I think you'll be really shocked with some of the books that I found at the thrift store. Like, honestly, what are people doing donating these books? You have no business donating these books, but thank you so much for doing so, because now they are here in their rightful forever home. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! That was so chaotic. What the heck?